Hey everyone, in this video we'll talk about some of the properties of logarithms. So let's start with log base b of 1, and b is any number except 0, so b cannot be 0. So log base any number besides 0, of 1 will always give you 0. And that is because b to the power of 0 is always 1. So since b to the power of 0 is always 1, any number to the power of 0, of course not 0 to the 0, because 0 to the 0 we can't do in math, but any other number, so 1 to the power of 0, 100 to the power of 0, pi to the power of 0, they all equal 1. So that's always true for exponents. So for logarithms, log base any number of 1, so log base any number of 1 equals 0, as long as b is not 0. So that's important to know. And also, log base b of b equals 1. So log base b of b equals 1, so that means 3 to the power of 1 equals 3, 7 to the power of 1 equals 7. Anything to the power of 1 is just itself. So log base b of b will always give you 1. Let's get rid of that. And then log base b of b to the power of x, this gives you x. So again, logarithms and exponents, so this is a base to an exponent, they are inverses. So whenever you see a logarithm and an exponent, they always cancel out and it will release the x. So now the x is released. And this works the same with any logarithms, natural logs as well. So if you have e to the power of x equals 7 in this small logarithmic equation, you could take the natural log of both sides, so ln of this side and then ln of this side. So ln of e to the x, the ln and the e cancel out, and the x is released. So x equals, and on this side we have ln of 7. So that's how you would solve for x. So that's a really important property for logarithms. Let me just erase these colors. So log base b of b to the power of x equals x. So if the base is the same as the base to this exponent, then it will just release whatever's in the exponent. And then if we have b to the power of log base b of x, this will also give you x. Same thing. Because again, this is the exponential part, b to the power of, and then this is the logarithmic part, log base b. These will also cancel out, and you'll have released this x. So same logic applies, whether it's log base b of b to the power of x or b to the power of log base b of x. The b to the power of and the log base b, they both cancel out as long as they have the same base. And they both do. In this case, both their bases are b. So, just a quick example. If you have 3 to the power of log base 3 of x, well, 3 and then log base 3 cancel out, so you're just left with x. And that's it. So that's important to know. And now let's talk about some of the laws of logarithms. So let's talk about some of their laws. Very similar to exponents, there's also a product rule for logarithms. So the product rule we'll talk about. So it states that log base b of m times n equals log base b of m plus log base b of n. And we'll give a quick example. Let's say you have log base 3 of 81. So we know 81 is 9 times 9, right? So this can also be rewritten as log base 3 of 9 times 9. Well, according to the product rule for logarithms, we can split this out. This can become log base 3 of 9 plus log base 3 of 9. So it works that way, and it works the other way too. So it works the other way too, where if you're adding two logarithms, so log base 2 of 4 plus log base 2 of 8. So if you're adding these two logarithms, you can combine them using the product rule and then multiply the 4 and the 8. So this equals log base 2 of 4 times 8. So 4 times 8, which is 32. And that is how the product rule works. And the quotient rule works very similarly, whereas the product rule works with multiplication and addition. The quotient rule works with division and subtraction. So if you have log base b of m divided by n, this equals log base b of m. So log base b of m minus log base b of n. So to give a quick example, let's say we had log base 3 of 9 minus log base 3 of 3. To rewrite this using the quotient rule, because they have the same base of 3, we can use the quotient rule. We have log base 3 of 9 divided by 3. And 9 divided by 3 is 3. And then log base 3 of 3 happens to be 1. So that's how you would simplify that. And just very, very important, let's say we had log base 4 of 9 minus log base 3 of 9. We cannot rewrite this using the quotient rule because in this case the bases are different. So the product rule and the quotient rule, if the bases are different, then you cannot apply those rules. The bases have to be the same. And in this case, they're the same up here because these are both 3. But in this case below, they're not because one is 4 and the other one is 3. So that's the quotient rule. And let's talk about the power rule. So the power rule for logarithms. So it states that log base b of m to the power of n, this equals n times log base b of m. Now this one is very important because if there is an exponent within your logarithm, you can take it out and use it as a coefficient to your logarithm. So let's say you actually had 3 times log base 2 of 4. So 3 times log base 2 of 4. You can rewrite this as log base 2 of 4 to the power of 3. And you can evaluate that, but you can actually go the other way too. Like with any of these rules, you can go one way and you can go the opposite way as well. So if you had log base 3 of, let's say 40, or let's say 36, log base 3 of 36, well, we know 36 is 6 squared. So this is the same as log base 3 of 6 squared. And now we have an exponent here, which we can take out. So this is the same as 2 times log base 3 of 6. So this is the same thing applying the power rule. So those are the properties of logarithms. I hope this video helps, and if you have any questions at all, please leave them down in the comments below, and thank you for watching.